Hi guys, Taller and Heels here. For my first video, I'm going to talk 1970s fashion and I'm going to show you a couple looks. What do I love about 70s fashion? I love that you can go braless, hence my current situation. I love a good flare with a crop top, love it. I loved Twiggy, everything that she wore I thought was super fun. But more than anything, it was like the time of love. So anything went, no one was gonna make fun of you. I love the 1970s, I love the music. I love all the 1970s vibes, and that's what I'm gonna display for you today. Everything is vintage, so you'll get a little look into my wardrobe with some fun 1970s vintage that I either went out and found in a variety of places. One of my favorite hunting spots is to go to cities with a very large population of older folks, because when they sadly pass, they do pass on some really awesome vintage. So, Savers, Salvation Army, Goodwill, I've been to all of them, and the things that I wear the most are literally the things that I got for a couple dollars. And then lastly, I also got some hand-me-downs from my aunt and from my mom. So those things are special. So follow along. For my first outfit, I'm actually gonna go with a near and dear favorite of mine that I wore for Halloween last year. It was also a hand-me-down from my aunt. And this kind of gives you like Cher vibes. And I'll also show you a flashback to that photo because it was really fun. My boyfriend and I had a great time. So for my first, it's gonna be a bell-bottom tie-dye little matching crop top, and then some awesome accessories. All right, this is look number one. This is my full-blown hippie look, as you can see. Crop top, bell bottom, and these are actually original. And then the easiest thing is to just accessorize the hell out of your outfit. This is something I got for a couple dollars from Savers in Arizona. These were super cheap. I got these for $3 in Manhattan. This was like a hand-me-down. You gotta have a choker. And of course, a headband of your choice. You could also wear one that is more Cher style, that like covers behind your ears. So that's a great look as well. If you also want to accessorize anything on the arm, that was super popular in the 1970s, threw on this leather belt. And then I jazzed it up a little bit with something brighter with these little Jimmy Choo purple heels. This you can 100% wear for Halloween, and I can tell you how I know, because this is what I wore for Halloween last year with my boyfriend, and we had two different people scream Cher. So I was like, okay, if I pass for Cher, I'll take it. I was just being a 1970s chick, but bam, I will take it. So this is definitely Halloween worthy. If you wanted to tone it down, could you wear it out? Yes, 100% you could. I would maybe do a little less accessories, but I would keep the belt for sure. Maybe lose the headband so it doesn't look so costumey, but 100% I would wear the bell bottoms, the belt, and the crop top 100% out, and this is what it looks like from behind. Staying alive. Look number two, this is Twiggy inspired. So how do you get Twiggy inspired? Number one, find a cool pair of printed tights. These super cheap, you can find at H&M, you can find on Amazon. This of course is true vintage, and it's probably late 1960s, early 1970s. I got this at Portobello Market in London when I was studying abroad for college. But again, you could find something like this. You could buy a kid's size, so it's shorter in the sleeves, and then you could cut something short, even if it's not kids. You can really work with it. You can add large buttons. So there's clothing out there that you can make it look just like this. As far as the heels go, these are a fun kitten heel that were hand-me-down from my mother. Super fun. Big earrings. I got these at Topshop for like a couple dollars many, many years ago. And then, of course, I don't have a really short bob, so I just threw in like a fun little scrunchie. It has a little bit of fringe. But you could also do a really large headband, and that was definitely notorious of a true Twiggy look. So this is my 1970s British vibes Twiggy style. This is a vintage find, and it's one of my favorites. I found this in Florida at a flea market where they actually sold mostly antique furniture. But I came across a really cool vintage boutique within it. So this is definitely your early 1970s vibe, especially for the colors. You have the reds, the oranges, and navies all mixed in with a bunch of little daisies, florals. It's short, it's kind of cut like a go-go dress. You have the butterfly sleeve, super fitting. Definitely somebody's mama made this, but you can find a dress out there like this, either an imitation or a true vintage. You really just have to hunt for it. And then I paired it with my favorite Victorian boots, which depending on the weather, you could wear tights or no tights. So this is definitely a favorite of mine, and it looks super homemade, but you could make it at home or you could find it. So on to the next, because I can't breathe too well. Also, sometimes you have to go braless just to fit in something. So that's the situation we're in, is that I should have gone braless. So yeah, same thing with girls who wear corsets. You know you're not going out for a steak dinner that night, all right? Salads only. So make sure if you're gonna go somewhere, for me, I gotta be standing up, maybe dancing, but I can only intake so much oxygen because it is quite tight here. This is one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why. It's appropriate for a farmer's market day. It's appropriate to go to work or stroll in Manhattan, you name it. I love that the circus stripe vibes are very muted and very neutral, because usually stripes can be quite bright. And I love the high-waisted belt, the mandarin collar. Usually I'm really not into a mandarin collar, but this one, it works with the outfit. This is super soft and drapey, polyester, and again, it looks like it's tucked in. This is all one piece, connected, makes it super easy to just camouflage that seam with the high-waisted belt. And then pockets, who doesn't love pockets? I mean, can you even believe that this fits my cell phone perfectly? So hello, 2022, it all worked out for me. And then I paired it with like your little cigar shoes. Some may love it, some may hate it. I'm kind of a fan, you know? I kind of feel like it's nerdy hip girl. However, you could do this another way as well, especially if you're on like the dirty streets and you know, you live in a city and you don't want to destroy your shoes, or you need something comfortable. You could totally pair this with Keds. So don't be afraid to even put on like a high sock over tights or no tights at all, and a high sock that our moms used to put us in with like the little lace around. I still love those. I gotta find some more. For this outfit, my boyfriend would say I am channeling Ronald McDonald. I would say I'm channeling 1970s, kind of like pool vibes, although I think they would probably wear this with heels. I'm all about a good headband. This is definitely gonna give you like 1960s, 1970s vibe. This is a onesie, so you gotta be careful with some of the old ones because it's on the verge of full-blown camel toe, but it is still comfortable, but it could go in that route. If you're gonna buy something off Amazon, you're probably safe, but this is quite old, so this doesn't even feel like terry cloth, but it does do the job. I like that it's a little cap sleeve. It has a hoodie, which is awesome. I paired it with some awesome but cheesy butterfly. Probably got this at like H&M years ago. And then a body chain. If you don't own one, you should get one. Super sexy. It hooks behind your neck and then it hooks behind your waist. So you can wear it with a swimsuit. You can wear it with like a deep plunging blouse. Even if you're wearing like a long sleeve blouse with a collar, super cool. So that's that. I just paired it with some jellies. These were actually a super cheap Gucci find, and I got them in New York City at the equivalent of Goodwill for 50 bucks. And that's it. So follow Taller in Heels for more fashion fun. Thanks, guys. That's it. Just remember, plan your outfit according to when you're eating, where you're eating, if you're dancing. Just make sure